My name is John, and my wife and I and our four kids have been 100% estranged from my wife's family for the last 3.5 years. And we've been sharing some of our experiences and lessons learned, and I have a really good one for us. I'm wondering if any of you have ever had a moment where someone reacted so strongly to a simple, respectful question that you felt like you finally saw who they really were. For us, about a month before Ashley and I became estranged from her family, we went down to her parents' house in Provo and sat down with them because we genuinely wanted to understand each other. And the conversation was kind of cordial at first. It was tense, but cordial. But at one point, I asked my father-in-law what I thought was a pretty fair, respectful question. And it wasn't meant to attack him. It wasn't an accusation. I was honestly trying to understand why he had handled a particular situation the way that he had. And when I did that, though, something happened that I will never forget. The warmth completely vanished. It just disappeared. The kindness went out the window. And instead of curiosity to my question, there was like complete and utter anger. I've described it as venom. And instead of trying to understand where I was coming from, I was made to feel like I had crossed a line simply for asking a question. And I remember sitting there, and Ashley and I were sitting there thinking, I've never seen this side of him before. And in that moment, it felt like the mask came off. Do you know what I'm talking about? And I'm not saying, people can have bad moments. We all do. But I've learned something over the years, and that is simply that healthy people can usually tolerate respectful questions. They may disagree with you. They may even tell you that you're wrong, but they don't usually become threatened by your curiosity. So when someone reacts instead with intimidation or outrage or defensiveness simply because you asked an honest question, my advice is to pay attention to that. Sometimes their reaction tells you more than their answer ever could. And I've seen this happen more than once. Recently, we even had one of Ashley's family members had a similar experience with Ashley's mom. And she watched somebody that she deeply trusted tell a complete and utter lie so confidently that she couldn't explain it away anymore. And later she told us, I finally saw it. And I knew exactly what she meant. And one of the hardest parts of dysfunctional family systems isn't necessarily the conflict. It's the moment you finally see the pattern clearly. And those that have experienced this, right? Because once you see it, it's really hard to unsee it. And I just want to be super clear. This principle applies to me too. If someone asks me a respectful question and my immediate response is anger or intimidation instead of curiosity, then that's something I need to look at it myself as well, right? So anyways, I'm curious, have any of you ever had a moment where someone's reaction, not their answer, but their reaction changed the way you saw them? I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below.